So I've been following the Olympics since the 2018 Olympics. With my family, I remember watching short track in my grandparents' house, and it was really fun. And then that kind of just became a tradition.
I mean, I follow the Olympics because of skiing, which is like a sport that I participate in. So it kind of always just shows up on my Instagram feed and everywhere else that I follow skiing whenever the Olympics will start.
I first started following the Winter Olympics because I really like to skate, and I really like watching figure skating whenever the Olympics happen every 4 years.
You know, it's interesting to watch people do things that, you know, some of them are under a great deal of pressure. And they realize, you know, like the skaters, if you make one wrong move, it's like there goes the gold medal. And others, it's like, well, you got room for error here and there. But yeah, they introduced so many new events, like snowboarding never used to be in there.
Figure skating, because it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful art form, and also it's like highly technical. So you get both the thrill of watching people like spin a lot of times in the air, and like you get to enjoy how beautiful they dance. You never know who's gonna win because there's so many things that could happen on the ice.
Like I said, the women's ice skating is my favorite. I enjoyed they were skiing downhill on moguls, but they were also like doing jumps. I forget what that was called, but they were they would do a jump, and then they were skiing moguls, and then they would do another jump, and that was fun to watch.
Definitely free skiing. I really like big air, and as well slopestyle. This year I watched a lot of it, and a bit of half pipe too. I've been skiing since I was a kid, and I've been more and more involved with the free skiing scene like more recently. So it's been really interesting to me to see the people who are leading the sport.
I really like watching skiing as well, specifically freestyle skiing. And I also like watching curling, or at least I've started to like watching curling this year. I think that for curling, I thought it was really boring at first, but then there's like a lot of strategy to it. So that's why I kind of started enjoying watching it.
But this year, I watched it primarily because I wanted to see Alyssa Liu skate. So I saw a 60 Minutes episode about her, and it was just kind of, she seemed to have this like wonderful attitude for skating, and got this real joy from it. It's like, oh, it'd be fun to really watch someone who enjoyed what they're doing.
Like the American, like the three Blade Angels, I think that's what they're called, like Alyssa, Amber, and Isabel. I was really happy when Alyssa won, and when Amber, like, after she kind of messed up during her first skate, like she did really well on her second skate and redeemed herself. Like, she's already 26, which is above the age of most like competing Olympian skaters. So I'm really, really proud of her.
Yeah, so I ski from a ski brand called Faction, so I always root for the Faction sponsors, two athletes, quite a lot more, but the main two that I focus on are Alex Hall and Mac Forehand. I believe they competed in slope style and big air.
I think one pretty memorable moment was, at least in skating, when Alyssa Liu won gold in women's singles figure skating. And yeah, she's like the first US woman to win gold in like a really long time. So that was pretty memorable for me.
I think one of my favorite moments was when a skier called Tormod Frostad, he threw in a very risky situation where his medals were on the line. He threw a more stylish trick instead of a more technical one in hopes that the judges would favor like the art of style instead of just pure technicals. And he did indeed win gold from that bet.
In figure skating, there was this skater called Ilya Malinin, and he was like the heavy favorite to win gold, but something surprising was he fell a lot and ended up getting 8th instead.
I think there's a lot of funny social media moments I saw online. For example, like a lot of people are watching curling this year, which is a sport that usually doesn't get a lot of exposure. I think that's really fun. And free ski is actually really fun to watch. This is the first year I've ever watched it. It's just so cool how, you know, there's actually a lot of technical details that it's hard for us outsiders to understand, but it's still like really cool to watch.
I did think that was interesting because in that specific section with Tormod Frostad, because in the past, most Olympic judges and even X Games judges as well have very much favored technical tricks over ones that have more flair or style in them, or have different levels of difficulty that aren't just doing a lot of spins. So I found it a very happy moment, but also very surprising that the judges chose to favor that.